Second. I forgot my phone. Because I don't know if you know, but I records on Anchor, so I'll still be on Spotify too. Did I ever tell y'all that? But anyway, welcome to the Landlord Tenant Show and other stuff.
No, I'm going to put it in there.
Okay. With Miss Randy and Miss Keita. How are you guys today? So, we kind of, I ain't gonna say unprepared. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of a blah kind of day. Did you feel like that a little bit?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. She been working. This, you know what? I was thinking on the way over here. I was like, this is one of the hardest working women I know. Because she do it all. You be sitting up there like, girl, I'm tired of looking at you. You know, they be like, whoo, girl, you done gave me a workout. But yeah, I was thinking about that on the way. I was like, that darn Randy, she just be doing everything. She's supposed to be sitting down sometimes. But the thing about it is, she be about her business. So I can't even be mad. I ain't mad about it because she gonna get what she need to get when she need to get it. And the thing about it is, if you ain't part of that, oh well. So anyway,
Hi.
Let's see. Before I go, any further. Okay.
So today you talking about the UAW?
I am. I'm about to get that. Okay. So today's topic, we're talking about the UAW and they're striking. And what I find interesting is that how employers are, I don't know what they're looking at. But, and I say this all the time, with everything going up, including your rent or mortgage or taxes or whatever the case may be, a lot of times your pay isn't going up. So the reason why the UAW is striking because they weren't able to come to terms on a contract. So with that being stated, we're going to talk about, the things you can do about your money. How about that? A lot of times, when it comes to your money, you should always, and I know this kind of a late talk, but you should always save up at least 6 months of your expenses in a savings account. And I know everybody, for the most part, most of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And I know that's kind of a difficult road to take. And one thing I know in regards to back to the UAW is that they're giving each of their members $500 a week, which is an up from $250 some years ago. I mean, not that long ago, really. So it's a good thing that they have enough to give that amount. And I'm saying that's a lot because we talking, what's that, $2,000 a month? Do they take taxes out of that?
It's earning.
So at this point you're talking about
even getting 500.
Right. It was like 370, 380 probably. Yeah, so you might not even get it for $400. So, but anyway, with that being stated, I just thought I would bring that up. And dang, I gotta get my other phone. I'm having a moment today. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Bear with us.
I know. Technical difficulties. Why? Because I'm always the tech person. And I'm always the one with the articles and, looking up stuff and whatnots and things. So, anywho, back to the strike. Now, I would say that sometimes, I know in past times you were able to call your mortgage company. I don't know about your landlord. But I know you're able to call your mortgage company, and a lot of times they could put your payment on the back end.
It's called the rearage.
Yes. And so you can always, anything can be negotiated. Let me just say that. That's one thing. Remember, who we used to work with that passed away? I know. I'm saying that up.
B-Way.
There you go. B-Way used to say that all the time, and he said, anything could be negotiated. You just got to know what kind of cards you got. So, with that being stated, you can negotiate between your car note, your mortgage. You can always call these companies and get that taken care of just the same. I just
As an added resource, if anybody out there that that's going through a mortgage issue, a utility issue, you can call, and you live in Wayne County or Michigan, period. You can call Wayne Metro. And Wayne Metro is actually helping people with their mortgage payments. It's a process, but once the company is put on notice that you're getting help through Wayne Metro, they would definitely work with you. So when it comes down to your taxes, your utilities, water bill, gas bill, light bill, contact Wayne Metro. You can actually do the application online on your phone. You don't need internet, a laptop, go to the library, or you can do the application over the phone with Wayne Metro. So Wayne Metro, contact them and tell them, hey, we on strike, need a little help. And even if you're not on strike and you need a little help is there. It's available.
And thank you, Randy, for those resources. Just so you know, though, if you in the union members know this, you got to be in good standing now. You got to be up on your fees in regards to paying union dues. But what I find fascinating is that I'm not gonna say fascinated. I am fascinated by how these employers think that nobody deserves a livable wage. My mom was talking because she used to work for Chrysler, and she was saying how there used to be cost of living. So if you were in certain areas, you get a cost of living allowance. And I know they did that in when I was in the military. And when I was stationed overseas, the job that I had, not saying I couldn't go to the shower hall, but what they did, my job was a 12-hour, a day job. So I couldn't leave. I had to have a partner there. I had to be there with my partner. It was me and somebody else all the time. It was a 24/7 operation. So if I'm working 12 hours, I couldn't leave unless somebody relieved me. And so it was rare that I would sit up there and go to the chow hall because I didn't have that opportunity unless it was on my days off. So I used to work 2 12-hour days, 2 12-hour nights, and I would get 4 days off. And then back to 2 12-hour days, 2 12-hour nights. Hence why my sleeping habits are kind of jacked up. But anyway, they used to give a cost of living allowance because and they would subsidize the fact that I didn't go to the chow hall with an allowance. So I was able to, our dorms had stove, so I had to buy cookware and pretty much cook my food or prepare whatever I needed to have for those 12 hours I would be at work, because I wasn't able to leave, and especially at nighttime, and they weren't even open at that time, so they had to subsidize. I think that's only fair if you're living in certain areas, like I know, like if you were living in somewhere like Japan, or if you were in DC, certain areas that were like they have high cost of living, they would subsidize it with with an allowance, and you would get more pay in your check, in addition to your base pay, whatever that amount was. It's unfortunate that employers are not doing that, and especially when it comes to inflation, which I said before, I feel like it's a facade for BS. But anyway, but I'm saying that because I don't know how people feel like people are supposed to live on what they had before and still, still be able to work and function. And it's what's really sad, and my mom used to say this all the time, is that you can work for a company that sells the vehicles and you can't even afford to buy the vehicles that they're selling. Make that make sense. So yeah, how does that even work?
They don't care.
I know.
They don't care, Lakita.
I know. Maybe I care too much.
They don't care.
Maybe I care too much.
Yeah.
You're
a nonprofit organization.
I'm a nonprofit.
You care.
Whatever, man.
We're talking about for-profit people.
Yeah.
They don't care. All they care about is their bottom line, okay? They don't care. Now a nonprofit will be like, we need to try to get a grant so that we can pay these people a little bit more, to reach out and help someone. But a for-profit is like, what are you talking about? If this don't work for you,
right,
then you need to do something extra. And that's why you got to have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan. Okay? Ain't no such thing as an A and a B. All right? Corona showed us that.
Yeah.
It shut it all down.
Right.
So you got to have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan. Okay? So people may say I work a lot, but I'm looking at the bottom line. The bottom line is
for profit.
I'm for profit, and the bills have to be paid, and the children don't care. They're like employers. They don't care. They're like, hey, tissue, paper towel,
tissue,
food.
We gotta eat.
Why is the milk getting low?
I don't know.
There should be another milk behind that milk. Yeah. They don't care,
Yeah, so I would say this. I think one of the hardest stressors is when you're married and you have a partner who is mad at you for being on strike. Or, you could be laid off, because that happens too. And I know, some folk where the spouse got upset because the other spouse got laid off from work. So like now you got to kind of up the game and pay the bills.
That's why your spouse can't be your B plan.
Yeah.
And I'm just keeping it 100. If you could give Netflix 2-3 hours a day, okay, we're gonna talk some big girl stuff here, then you're gonna have to give yourself, find out, like, what is it that I really like to do?
Right.
Okay? What is it that I really like to do? I'm talking about something that I don't really have to get paid for it, but find a way to get paid for it.
Bottom line.
Okay? Because your spouse cannot be your B plan. I'm the realist. Your spouse is not your B plan. You cannot put that pressure on another person, because stuff happens.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. When the coronavirus started, now I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited. Then we was at home, boy. I ain't never at home. I was like, this is nice.
Hey, kick your feet up.
I really like this. Like, I done went grocery shopping. And see, I'm always ahead of the game. So I had groceries. Everything stays stocked up anyway. So I was excited to be able to spend time with my family without my phone ringing to do anything. And then it stopped. And they was like, if you are what type of worker they said I was? Essential worker.
Yeah, essential.
Hold up.
What defines essential?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm confused.
Essential worker. Why I gotta be essential? So I was like one of the only retarded ones.
Why you gotta say retarded? That's not politically correct.
Hey, don't cut me down for that, all right? But I'm saying I was back out here, and I was like essential worker.
Yeah.
And I was an essential worker, so I was back out here with the rest of you essential workers, you nurses and all of that. So we worked through the whole pandemic. We wasn't at home getting that check. We worked for our check. Yeah. I should have been a shoe salesman or something. They shut the mall down.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
we
you
ain't
can't come in here.
tell no
Can't come in here.
truth. Yeah, you know, everybody was at home online
Online.
shopping. Yeah, see.
Shoot.
Yeah, so but your spouse cannot be your B plan. It just cannot. If ain't nobody never told you, and I'm gonna tell you now, your spouse cannot be, should not be your B plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's too much pressure. You know? Like, I don't do nothing unless I can afford to do it.
Right.
Okay? Like, I had a spouse for years, but now, even then, if I couldn't foot it, I definitely wasn't like, oh, we can do this. We, monsieur. No. Your spouse is not your B plan. It's just not. I'm sorry.
But here's the problem, though.
Cause you know people get in those mortgages and stuff like
Yeah.
if you got 1,000 and I got 1,000, we can afford 2,000. But what happens if you break your dang on ankle? God forbid, but you break your ankle, break your leg, whatever, and then your job want to give you $500 a week. Now I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you because you ain't got your 1,000.
Yeah.
And now you stressed out. Now we into it or whatever.
Right.
Like I know a situation like that right now where the man was used to being a big breadwinner, but he had a heart attack.
Wow.
Your husband had a heart attack, ma'am. Your husband had a heart attack. They took him off work. Why are you mad at him? That ain't helping his heart.
No.
Definitely not helping his heart.
But the thing about it is, I don't care what relationship you're in, you're always going to be tested in some form.
Yeah. And the first test is finances. If it ain't finances, it's sex.
Yeah.
Sex and finances, those are the tests. Those are the first tests that you have to pass. Sex and finances.
But I hate to say this though, but if you're a union worker, you're in the union, you cannot work another job while you're on strike.
And that's why you have to have a business.
Ownership. we're back on that again. Ownership.
Because if you have your own business, technically, you're not working another job.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not employed by anyone.
We got to own some stuff, people. I don't care if it's bringing in an extra $500 a month.
You got to own some stuff.
You got to own some stuff. You got to start somewhere.
I think people are just afraid.
Yeah, well, God didn't give us fear.
No, but you know what, though? I don't think they're afraid of failing. I think they're afraid that they might actually succeed.
Well, that can be scary.
But for some people, it is because they don't know what to do with that. And, unfortunately, what was I looking at? I don't know how true this is. And I don't know if it was on a movie. I'm trying to remember where I heard this from because I just heard it like within days ago, where there was this experiment where they took people, and I want to say it was melanated individuals, and they talked certain talks to certain ones. So you are going to be this, you're going to be that, you're going to be this, and they end up being those things. So say you're just going to be a worker. Oh no, you can be an owner, or you can do this, that, and the third, or you'll be an engineer, or you're going to be a nurse, or you're going to be a janitor. Those type of things. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to remember where I heard that from. It's going to bother me. But it was interesting how indoctrinated people have been in regards to how they speak into your life. And I think it's crazy how to me, it reminded me of the Matrix, kind of. Like they had all these people that they got categorized to do certain things. Like, oh, you're going to do this, that, and the third. And then over here, you're going to be doing this over here. And oh, don't get too caught up over here because you're not doing that. You're going to be doing this. And it's like a certain limit. They had so much control. And it's like, how does that work? I don't know if that's a true thing, or I'm trying to remember where I heard it from, but it was just like, I found that to be kind of interesting. But I kind of understand it because we don't realize how much we've been indoctrinated. Because whose story is being told? His story is his story. So who's telling the story? Who's giving the narrative? Who's teaching you? So back to the point, ownership. is very important to have, because at this point, you know, you can get away with doing a lot more, but I know that if you're in the union, it says they penalize you if you sit up there and you are working outside the strike. Like you can't work. I'm like, wait a minute, so what am I supposed to do? And I guess because if they're paying you, well, what you working for? You mean I can't at least do Lyft? I can't do a 1099. What if that's my part? But do you know though?
We're watching you.
Right. But you
Big brother.
Right. But you know what's interesting though? There are companies. I remember when I was at, I think this is when I was at Blue Cross. They didn't want you working anywhere but Blue Cross. Like, okay, so if I wanted something extra, I can't do that. And my thing is, that's problematic for me. What if I have a goal I want to reach?
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you where it becomes problematic. It becomes problematic when we, as a people, don't know how to negotiate.
That part.
If your company tell you, yeah, I'm gonna start you off at, hold up, that's not enough. You need to say that. You need to say it right then and there.
If you know your value.
Know your value. Because here's the thing. You don't accepted that $15, that $18, and now you complaining about it because it's not enough.
Yeah.
And you ain't even taking out that iPhone and doing your calculations right there in their face like, well, you're going to give me $25 an hour, then that's going to be 40 hours. That's $2,000 every 2 weeks. After taxes, I'm maybe on 18. My mortgages, and then the kids. And
yeah, I need a little more.
Can you do 28?
Right.
28.50. If you can do 28.50, you got the best worker you could ever have in life. You hear me? You're gonna want to give me 30. I promise you. But if we don't negotiate, you know, like I could remember just being excited that I got a management position, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm the manager. Woo, 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 you know, I'm running shifts and stuff. And I started doing the math like,
the math ain't math.
I gotta be doing a lot. And I ain't really, you know, I'm almost about to have to go do shake a tail feather. Alright?
She said shake a tail feather. What's your name?
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast.
No, my name is She Real.
You know what?
And you know, and then I had an ignorant supervisor.
Uh-huh.
So I quit. All right?
Gotta do it.
Now, let you know, I knew I was the stuff. Because I don't care if it's Burger King, I'm going to be the stuff. You know what I mean? And that's people's problem. They get a job and be like, oh, girl, this is just Walmart. Then you need to be the best greeter in Walmart that they have ever had before. Because they're watching you. Okay, so when you get ready to negotiate, they're gonna be like, hold up, wait a minute, no, we don't want to lose her. She make people happy.
Valuable.
She's very valuable. They know you're valuable because they're watching you. They're always watching you. You always being watched. You need to work like you're being watched because guess what? You are. Okay, they paying somebody to watch you. They paying somebody to report to them about you. Okay, so I quit. Gave the girl her key. You know what? This ain't worth it. I ain't gonna be doing it. And I'm better than this, baby. You know. Gonna have somebody else open your store up. I'm at home like, they better go on and send me my unemployment because I'm off for a while. You know, I ain't going to fill out no applications right now. I need a break from this work stuff, right? Because I had a spouse, you know, my B plan.
You know what?
Baby, tag you in. I'm tagged, you know. So, I get a phone call like 2 days later from the manager that I gave the keys to. Girl, get back. I don't want to do it. She was scared that I was taking her job. I don't want your job. I want my job with the pay that I want. can I get the pay that I want without having your job?
Right.
I don't care about you. That's your business. Okay. So the regional manager made her call me.
Wow.
And I answered the phone. She's like, how you doing, ma'am? I'm like, why you calling me? Well, Mr. Such and Such told me to call you because he want to know why you quit. You know why I quit. Why you didn't tell him why I quit? Well, he wants to meet with you. Okay. Okay. So I meet with him. He said, why you quit on me? I said, y'all don't pay me enough. Y'all do not pay me enough. I got bills, kids, car note. I got stuff. And you want me for like 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. That's half the whole dang on day.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do after that? I can't do nothing after that but get some sleep and feed these kids. So you're not leaving me no room to make no extra money. So I got to go somewhere where I could, split that up a little bit more and make some extra money. You know what that man said to me? Why you ain't tell me we weren't making enough money?
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
Because you said this what you was paying me.
Right. Like, I didn't know that was an option. Like,
he said, you are so valuable that I can't pay you that type of money at this location because they don't make that type of money. But I can move you to another location and give you that money that you need.
You're like, wheels start turning.
Is that right?
Okay.
Let me go on and take my shirt back out. Iron it up with my valuable self. And my check went from to, oh boy, simply because I told him that
I wasn't making it.
I wasn't making enough money. Like, dude, I'm gonna do what you asked me to do, but I'm gonna need you to pay me what I'm worth. You know what I mean? So people, negotiate. Negotiate.
That's only if you know your value. Because here's the thing.
Listen, let me tell you something. When them people came in that door and they was clapping. And I was like, why is they clapping? Well, now all I did is what the video told me to do.
Right.
I read the employee handbook. I was bored. I needed to know that I was doing it their way.
Right.
This is their company. I got the money. I left them back there where they was getting paid. And I got the money. All right? Which gave me, wherever you go, you need to treat it like it's yours. You need to add cap on it. You need to really, I hate to say be a cheerleader, but yeah, you need to be a cheerleader.
Act like you want to be
because you're not gonna listen. You're gonna stay where you at until
you can get to where you want to get to.
You're not gonna get there with
a bad attitude.
Anything else. Anything else. I cannot stand that. No, yes. Now I'm about to be ordering stuff that I don't even want. Cause you like anything else. Anything else.
What was that? A
yes.
video though?
Was it?
Yes. The lady was like, shut up and let me finish. Let me think I'm making my order.
Anything else. Girl, I'm gonna slap you down.
See that? Oh my gosh.
I can't stand that.
But to your point though, just to piggyback on as far as jobs, my first job was at McDonald's. And I worked out in Warren over there. At the time, it was on 12 Mile, right off of Mound, before they moved it on Mound now. So when I got there, of course, you doing the grunt work, cleaning the dining room, the bathrooms, and things of that nature. But I get bored easily. So I started, when I was work drive-through or the cashier, I started to pay attention to how they make the burgers, to just how they would call the orders as far as getting. So at that time it was like you get so many cheeseburgers up here, they ain't had a double yet. I mean that was a special order item. So anyway, At that time, you had so many cheeseburgers, so many hamburgers, so many, whatever. You drop nuggets, make sure you had so much, whatever, quarter pounders, Big Macs. At that time, I think it was still McDLT. I know I'm showing my age, but I don't care. I like the McDLT.
What is that?
Girl. So at that time, I was taking the initiative to do other things. My manager noticed, and she decided, she said, you know what? Let me actually show you the videos on how you do the grill and everything, and how you call it. Do you know within 2 months they have promoted me to another position? Because why? I took the initiative. Because my thing is, I'm one of those kind of people, like, if I see where there's a lack, I'm gonna try to help in that area. So if I felt like if drive-through was backed up or whatever the case may be, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to make a burger? Do I need to do this? Do I need to make a riblet? Are we doing like the chicken wings? Whatever the case may be, I was one of those kind of people. So she took notice, and she decided to promote me, gave me more money. And so I was like, oh, this is what I got to do. I'm a crew chief now. So, I got promoted to crew chief and things like that. I could have,
They would never let me work in the kitchen.
Probably
I was too valuable on front counter and actually drive through.
I was 16.
Because they couldn't count. Them girls couldn't count.
Oh, no, I'm good with money.
And when it come to drive through, doing lunch and stuff, you can't use the computer. It's too many orders.
Right.
So you have to
do it by hand.
Mm-hmm. 636. I got $10. They was giving that money away. They was giving people their tears back like. They was like, Randy, you gotta work drive through. I'm like, why I always gotta work drive through? Guys be so mad. They like, because you the only one that here can count. I'm like, this is crazy. The other girls was on front counter because
it has the computers.
So I was always on drive through, and I got the job. Tell you how cocky I was. I say, I'm going to get me a job today.
That ain't cocky. That's manifesting.
Listen, girl, I went up to the Burger King.
Law of attraction.
Girl, I went up, and it's scary because it works. I went up to the Burger King and I knocked on the window.
The drive-through window?
No. They had, the bulletproof glass up right there on Gratiot and McCullough.
Only in the city.
Yes. On Gratiot and McCullough. I said, they looking. I said, where's your manager at? They said, and she back there. I said, tell her to come here. So she came. I said, she the hiring manager? They like, yeah, she the hiring manager. I saw when she walked up, I said, I came to get my job with my shirt and stuff on. So she laughing like, what? I said, I came to get my job where my shirt and stuff at. I said, I came to replace any one of them weak workers that you got back there that's slacking. And they all turned around and looked at me.
Like, why she talking about me?
I didn't pick. I said, any one of y'all. Okay. Them people back there that don't want to smile.
A hit dog will holler.
Yeah. So she said, you are so crazy. She said, can you be here Tuesday for an interview? I said, I sure can. What time? She said, be here at 1. I said, I'll be here at 12:48.
12 minutes.
And I got there at 12:48. Like, I ain't playing with this lady. I need a job. Because, welfare had you going to work first. Yeah, girl, I went down there to get some food stamps, and they was like, you had to go to work first. I said, hold up. I'll go find a job. I'm not about to sit in here with these people. I'm not one of them. I needed some help. You can't help me. I'm going to go help myself. This is not going how I thought it was going to go.
Right.
I got my little food stamps. It was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm going to get a job, 2 of them.
Right.
But, you gotta sell yourself. You gotta know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Know your worth. Like, nah, that's not enough money. Do the calculations.
Yeah.
Do the calculations and don't play yourself. You know what I mean? Because, like I said before on another episode, landlords, when you fill out the application, they don't ask you about all your habits and stuff.
No. They don't.
That should be one of them lines. What's your habits and how much that cost?
I do hookah.
Yeah, is the hookah gonna get their money before me? Yes. I'm gonna be. And landlord keep calling me. I told him I'll pay him next week. Huh? So a lot of that happens too. You know what I'm saying? They don't ask about all of that on your rental application.
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't ask about your habits and, they don't ask about none of that stuff. And then you mess around and get in a trick bag because I hear a lot of landlords just being a property manager be like, yeah, she makes good money. Okay. She makes good money, but what else does she do?
Right. Because we don't know what else she does outside of the bills that she may have to pay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is she a shopaholic?
Is she online? Is she shopaholic, alcoholic, online, drugaholic, manaholic? Because some of y'all be giving y'all money to these men.
Spyaholic. I mean, you gotta get the nails and hair done all the time, or whatever the case may be.
I had a tenant like that. Girl, her lashes
look like Snuffleupagus.
Hair.
I told you I can't do that. I appreciate anybody who can wear lashes.
Lips done.
I can't wear them.
Girl, nails done. I'ma have your money. No. What you're gonna do is take this eviction notice and go play with somebody else.
Oh.
That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah. But so the key is when you're going through these types of ordeals, make sure that you are communicating with all of your creditors, your landlord, the mortgage company, your whatever banks that you're dealing with in regards to your car, all of those things in order to negotiate. Excuse me. And so in addition to doing that, minimize. You're gonna have to start cutting back. A lot of y'all live beyond your means, and I mean, in some sense, you gotta become a minimalist, and especially if you have a family, you're not all those luxuries, the movies and things of that nature, your streaming services. You may have to cut off. And the thing about it is, it's only temporary, and really, you'll actually find better things to do on a more economical scale.
Like
and a lot of
stuff board.
Yeah, and a lot of things won't even be worth you doing even going back to that, because unfortunately we're spoiled. So I'm not sure how you're going to do that, but you got to start minimizing. You got to start making sure that as far as food goes, buy in bulk. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, it's just little stuff. Just try to minimize the money that's going out. You want to make sure you try to keep as much money as you can.
Visit the Dollar Tree. Don't get addicted. Instead of going to Kroger's for that rice, babe, you might have to go to Dollar Tree and get it for $1.25. It's all right instead of $2.59. I have to go to Dollar Tree. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
They sell a lot of, name brand stuff. People that's hooked on that. But, you have to stock up a different way. You have to open up that sales paper that keep hitting your doorstep and you keep throwing in the garbage.
Okay.
You got to open it up. My mom was that type. You know what I'm saying? She opened it up. My daughter is a lot like my mom was. Mm-hmm. She a coupon and I be in the store, she be like, Mom, I think I got a coupon for that. I'm like, girl, I want to get out of here. Pay these people. She like, I had a coupon for that. I'm like, girl, just shut up, Jonetta. It could be because I just be ready to go.
Understandable.
But she is right. Okay? She's right. I should.
Coupon clipping.
I should clip coupons. But I do the digital thing. You know what I mean? I just get aggravated at places like Dollar General because they be lying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it. They be lying. You get in there and they be like, oh, with the digital coupon, you can get this, that, and the third. And then you get to the register and it's always an issue.
Because the fine print.
Girl, see? I ain't got time for that.
I call BS on that, but anyway.
But yeah, clip some coupons, you know. Call up some of these, call 211. That's the number.
United
Way. Yeah. Call United Way like, hey, who's giving out food baskets? Some of y'all too proud.
Harvest.
But nah, see, because that's that pandemic food. That's how a lot of people was hungry. You understand what I'm saying?
But they had truckloads of food that they were giving away.
Yeah, so.
I remember the churches were having boxes. It was a lot of places. Matter of fact, I got like 2-3 boxes. I remember like getting a whole ham. I don't even eat pork. Especially during Thanksgiving, they were giving out meat. And at the school I used to do Forgotten Harvest. I don't know if they're still doing it up at Thompson. But they would do it, I think, once, is it every Friday, I think it is, or every other Friday? Well, no, it might have been once a month. Whatever the case may be. They would be giving away food, and before you know, you got potatoes, apples, oranges. They're giving you at least something. So don't be too proud to get that. The potatoes is always there, and if you're smart, you'll know how to grow potatoes at home in one of those dollar bags. It's on YouTube, TikTok, and any other place, social media platform.
Grow me some potatoes, kid.
She said, "Grow her some potatoes." Girl, man. Anyway, we appreciate you guys. Because I want to cough. And I can't. I really want to cough. And I'm really struggling right now because my sinuses are tripping. Michigan. Anybody who knows about Michigan weather. Like, I left here with no problems. And when I came back after 5 years, now I got sinus issues. And it's getting worse as I get older.
Stop blaming it on Michigan.
Because I ain't had these problems beforehand. Anyway, we appreciate you guys. We thank you for joining us and tuning in. If you have any questions or concerns, want to text us, preferably text 947-234-4633. 947-234-4633.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh yeah, do that.
Okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Boop. And pay your rent.
Anyway, you guys have a great evening. Hope to see you next week. Love you. Bye.